Hi dear friends, my name is Nijat Kuliyev and today I'm going to analyze this writing task 2 written by our student. Well, let's first read the topic. Today we will analyze the introduction part and body paragraph 1. So today some people say that children should be taught at school how to recycle and avoid waste. Others say that they should learn this at home. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. So, we should discuss whether children should be taught at school or at home on how to recycle and avoid waste. If you read the introduction part of this essay about recent interest about environment and environmental problems, you may see that this is not directly related to the topic, so I've noted it and highlighted it, and you can see the word redundant, so it means that it is unnecessary to write such sentences in the introduction. It's better to start with the topic, and it's better to cover the topic of recycling, recycling among children, knowing about how to recycle from the early age of a person's development. And in the second sentence, we can see that the writer has decided to switch to the topic. However, paraphrase should be taught. There is poor vocabulary used in the introduction, almost copied the topic. There could have been better ways of writing this sentence. And in the last sentence, he uses this essay. We'll have a detailed look of both views. Actually, here the wrong usage of this phrase, and a reasonable conclusion will be declare. Declare is a very strong word for a person's view. I'd strongly recommend that the writer tries not to use such memorized sentences. It's better to use less common sentences and sentences where the writer's view can be clearly shown. In my opinion, for example, to my mind, or I believe, let's say, both ways are effective, let's say. If we turn to the body paragraph 1, we can see one problem here to begin with. I'd say to begin with is used as a linker, not to discuss both views and give European essays, because in these essays we provide two different opinions, and to begin with is better used when you have, let's say, when you agree or disagree on some topic, on some points, and you provide the first reason and then the second reason. That's why it seems a bit strange here. Reducing waste disposal. This phrase is wrong because waste disposal and reducing waste disposal as a collocation is wrong. We can say waste disposal, so disposing of waste, trying to get rid of waste, or reducing waste. Okay, one of these ways should be used. Then the writer turns to, in other words, educational organizations should put an extra effort, for instance, by hiring an environmental specialist. Okay, the writer doesn't explain why schools should do this, and actually paraphrasing schools using the phrase educational organizations doesn't make it an appropriate one, because educational organization is a wider term than school. So it's better to not to change the word school. It's better to use some collocations regarding schools, like school management, school teachers, school curriculum, and so on. By hiring an environment specialist. And forming practical skills. By doing so, guarantee that most people, actually the point of the discussion is children, and when we turn to people, this seems a bit weird, are getting a proper understanding of why recycling and reducing is important to protect the environment, pass the earth to the next generations in a good condition. Well, The writer hasn't done well in this sentence because actually this sentence is unnecessary because we need to see why schools are more appropriate for children to know how to recycle and avoid waste. Actually, I haven't got an answer to this question. Just there was some mention of an environmental specialist. The writer could have developed the idea of school by, let's say, talking about a more professional approach, because school is led by professionals, by experts, and while teaching about recycling and avoiding waste, professionals are invited, and they can give children an overview on this topic and get very detailed information about this. Something like this should have been explained here. However, we can see general phrases at the end and just some practical skills. In this matter, which practical skills? How do they teach? Because while reading this body paragraph 1, I haven't found answers to my questions. Well, this is about body paragraph 1 and introduction. In the second part of our video, we will talk about body paragraph 2 and conclusion of this essay.